there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity, where you learn about all things with regards to your mind and your well-being and how everything is interwoven together. That you create your own reality, that we are responsible for our journey and our day-to-day and our inner state. So I'm inviting you to do a quick check-in on how's the breath, my friend? How's the breath? How's the body? Are you safely inhabiting the body? We can do this by becoming mindful of our posture, maybe straightening the spine, pulling the shoulders back, relaxing the point in between the eyebrows, and doing an internal check-in, an internal check-up. Are you running hither and thither towards here and there inside your head? Go to the reality of stillness, which is just yourself sitting. We are mostly just sitting, walking, laying down, folding clothes, doing the dishes, wiping the countertop, taking out the trash, and in these seemingly mundane activities lie in the beauty of life and the truth of what you are. If we can just take a moment to truly wake up to the present moment, the majesty of the life that is before us. Today it's raining, tomorrow it's sunny, and it seemed like yesterday when it was winter and icy and cold, and before you know it, it is once again spring, and then once again time for harvest. And the seasons reflect very much our creativity as well. What have you been planting? What seeds have you been sowing this past winter so that the time will come wherein you can harvest good benefits? What have you been learning lately? Have you been practicing mindfulness, patience, spaciousness, the creative arts? Have you been tidying up the clutter inside your head? Have you been tidying up your room, your stuff? Jordan Peterson said that's the nearest universe that you have complete command in. It's your schedule, and it is your fixing of your own environment. Now you can start with that before you change the world. Changing your mindset. Okay? We've been studying the Course in Miracles. We've been reading books by Yogananda and by Sir David Hawkins. And our book, it's all in your head, friend. Everything is a thought, and thoughts can be changed. 200 Ways of Turning Things Around Right This Moment is out on Amazon. Shout out to Caroline, Isabel, Nancy, and all of you people who are supporting this work. It's very simple. We can open up to a random page right about now. Page 18. It is not freedom until it is unconditional. We oftentimes subjugate ourselves to the preferences of the ego. It might feel like freedom because we lean on what is preferred. But if your freedom is dependent on a certain condition outside of your control, it is not freedom. True joy and freedom comes from your independence from conditions. Instead of saying, I'll be happy if, try saying, I'm happy and thankful now that I am. A quote from Richard Buckminster Fuller: there is nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. So there's nothing present in your present situation. Nothing is evident there about what you can be. What you can be can only appear as a thought or an insight or an excitement or an imagination. But if you can think it, even though it may not appear in your physical reality right now, it is still a possibility. As long as you believe it, as long as you believe it, as long as you maintain your alignment to it, stay aligned to what's good, true, pure, noble, and godlike. There is no limit to what you can become. There's no limit to the goodness that you can be. There is no limit to how pure your existence can be. To experience pure love, pure forgiveness, and it all starts through practice and intentionality and being okay with yourself. Loving yourself, loving the lot you got in life, letting go of resent, switching it to gratitude. These are basic stuff, but we oftentimes they are overlooked. We overlook what we have. We take it for granted because the concept of the hedonic treadmill, wherein we get desensitized by what we have. We take it for granted so easily. We're always after the next stimulating thought or stimulating idea or stimulating achievement or the next bright and shiny thing. The only thing that is shining is that light that is already within you, my friend. Thomas Merton said, what you're searching for is what you already are. So finding true freedom and making it unconditional happiness. It is a more sustainable way to be. Using and absorbing and learning things as lessons for your growth. How is this the best thing that ever happened? Everything that happens to you is the best thing that ever happened. Everything that happened should happen because it did. And it wouldn't be the same otherwise. Okay, so this thread that we trek is specific, narrow, accurate, and written. Open up your mind to the learnings that are being presented to you. Mostly, it's just us expanding ourselves to love even more. Turn within, love yourself, and forgive yourself. Listen up on some Louise Hay. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. And the thing with affirmations is find the word that really, the combination of words that really resonate to you. That's why we love certain songs. Sometimes it really fires us up when the phrase or the bar really hits the heart. My band called Turbo Goth, we have lots of songs, some of which are really inspiring and really digs deep to the soul. One title that I really like is Love Will Be All There Is. We are highly inspired by godly music because that's the only thing that really can stir up the creativity within you. If you think of the majesty of life, if you think of God, love will be all there is. You know, sing about the light. And church hymns are good too. They really sing of a praise. And you know, music, when it hits your ears, it doesn't only hit your eardrums, it hits your whole beingness. It changes your chemical makeup. We're mostly made up of water, and what is water but an antenna? It contains memory, and it through osmosis, it is malleable. It can be a water filled with life, like holy water, and it can be the opposite of it, disorganized and poisonous. So, through intent, okay, through epigenetics, through belief, faith, and trust, we can create a life of our dreams. How are you living the life of your dreams right this moment, my friend? If you need help, I'm doing one-on-one consciousness coaching. It's called startearlytoday.com, and maybe we can stir up something new and create a roadmap for your desired life. Because it is up to us to design our lives. If you leave it to somebody else, you'll end up working for somebody else's dream. And what do they got for you? Nothing much. Even your closest beloveds, they have their own dreams. So muster up the courage to build your own. And watch what you consume. There's a lot of books out there that can help, and you do not need to read the whole thing. Sometimes the title just says it all. That's why I realized today that I'm really in love with cool sentences, like cool bars. It's bars as they call it in the rap game, and people and new youngsters use it as well. Like, oh man, you dropped a cool bar, even though it's in Twitter. So a bar here, a bar there. Like this title for today, which says, it is not freedom until it is unconditional. So become mindful when you are being conditional in your happiness. Watch when you're being limited in your structures and in your preferences, okay? In this book, I left a lot of white space for you to mindfully draw your birds and your flowers as well. I'm currently drawing on page 18. It is not freedom until it's unconditional. So, whatever it may be for you today, whatever feels true, whatever feels aligned, practice being intuitive. Practice tuning into what brings you joy and what brings you life, not what you think you should do. So, focus on being more rather than should do, should this, should that. You are already. The fact that you are here listening is a very good sign that you are a wise discerner of how you spend your time. Okay, instead of saying, I'll be happy if, say, I'm thankful now that I am. In what ways are you thankful today? You can start with a bare minimum, which is life. That life is so rare that you being here, waking up, is 1 out of 1 billion of probability. So isn't that something to be filled with awe with? Okay? So your life is full of awe. It's just a matter of you looking at it differently. Look at familiar things in an unfamiliar way. This is the start of your creativity. Creativity does not only happen in drawings, paintings, music, and in business. It can just be as simple as the way you see things. And these practices can be the doorway for your creation of your new world. Maybe slight shift of the head. Tilt your head a little bit and see where you are and see what you are. Maybe close your eyes and look within. That is where the secret is, my friend. All of the answers are within. It's within your spine. It is within your connection to the divine from the coccyx bone, the tailbone, to the crown of your head. In each deep resonant breath, you draw the belly in, expand the chest, and feel the expanse of the sun. Feel the expandedness of the sky, that you are continuously growing through deliberate expansion of the mind. Through learning, reading, practicing, integrating. And you do not need a PhD or much knowledge. You just need to be sensitive to what resonates with you. So what does God mean to you? To access and tap that bigger part of yourself, the one that is bigger than the ego. Know that everything is in your head, my friend. There's nothing to be bothered about. Become like Socrates, wherein he is unbothered. He focused on being unbothered, and he was just working within his means, living with minimal clothing and minimal food, and he spent his days just philosophizing and working on his physicality in the gymnasium. And you don't need to go to the gym to do this, or to the Colosseum. You can bang out 100 push-ups, bang out 100 pull-ups. You do not need anything. You have your body, you have your breath, you have your feet, you have your shoes, and you're good to go, my friend. So making your happy, making your strength, making your capability unconditional. What's it gonna look like for you today, my friend? What is cooking in the kitchen? The kitchen is a very nice place for mindfulness and creativity as well, my friend. What's been cooking? What have I cooked lately? We did eggplant adobo. Adobo is a Filipino cuisine, which means simmered in soy sauce and vinegar and bay leaf and peppercorns and garlic and broth. It's very much different from the Mexican adobo. I think Mexican adobo means a spice mix, but in the Filipino tradition, it is a stew. So that's what I cooked lately. I also made some linguine with artichokes, sun-dried tomatoes, and artichoke hearts. Hearts of palm, which is very good. Its texture was felt like one of scallops. So feel free to experiment. You got some inspirations for recipes at makepurethyheart.com. I've been working on that blog for a couple of years now. We got some technology there. If you scroll down to the bottom, we got a recipe card which will lead you to a store near you, and the cart will be ready with all the ingredients. That's by chicory.com. So if you go to makepurethyheart.com, click on a recipe, go to the recipe card, and click Chicory, you'll automatically be linked to it's either Amazon Fresh or whatever store you use. Okay? So that technology, I think, will help you cook more. It will help you ease up on your kitchen activities, for I know you're all busy with family and tasks and this and that, and your creativity too. So make sure to check that out. Going back to our post for today, it is not freedom until it is unconditional. Remember that it is all in your head, friend. If you want one-on-one coaching, go to startearlytoday.com. Everything's going well. We're excited to play more music for you. We play music as a group, a duo called turbogoth.com. We're having a show in Texas for South by Southwest 2024. So if you're in that area, come see us and let's create some momentous, memorable moments together. That's our 20-minute mark. That's it for today. Remember, it is not freedom until it is unconditional. This is your boy, Paolo, wishing you a good moment-to-moment existence. I'm here to empower you. You got the power, my friend. Turn things around. If you don't like how things are going, turn it around. Maybe it's something you need to look at within yourself. Maybe it's energetic thing you need to process. Maybe it's somebody or a circumstance you need to forgive. And you can clear it with an open heart. And you can practice metta, loving kindness. May all be well. May my heart be soft, and may I be forgiven, and may I forgive. You approve of yourself. It is not freedom until it is unconditional. Look up It's All in Your Head, Friend on Amazon. And write a review and tell your friends. And let me see you draw a flower. We got some starting points here, okay? Namaste.